Hey everybody, this is Breanna Rutter, and in this hair tutorial, I am going to teach you how to do crochet braids with no leave out on your own hair, step by step for beginners. If you are new here, subscribe right now to see more affordable, beginner-friendly hair tutorials on my YouTube channel. Also, click the bell for notifications to make sure you never miss a new video from me again. Now let's get started with this gorgeous look. So for this look, I decided to do crochet braids. So I'm using crochet hair from the brand LULUTRESS from the company SamsBeauty. So SamsBeauty sent me 5 packages of this braiding hair. This is called Sensational Synthetic Hair Crochet Braids LULUTRESS Bohemian. And the length that I chose is 18 inches. So I was sent 5 packages, but I only installed 4 packs into my hair. And if you want to get this very beautiful, gorgeous hair, be sure to click the link in the description box. Now I'm showing you the back of the package. As you can see, you can pull off a variety of looks, whatever you so desire. You can wear your hair long or super short. It just depends on the look you're going for. And here are some close-up looks of some of the other textures that they sell as well. So you literally can choose any type of texture you want to pull off your crochet hairstyle. So as you can see, the hair has a very low luster, meaning that it's not shiny at all. So it has just enough sheen or shine for the hair to look very natural and healthy and beautiful, even though it's synthetic braiding hair. So this is not human hair at all. This is synthetic hair that you can use to style your hair and choose to pull off any look that you want. But in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use this hair to do a crochet install. So now to begin, what I'm going to do is I actually wanted to do a short look. So I'm cutting all of the pieces of hair in half, only working with 1 pack at a time. So I only want you to pre-cut your hair 1 pack at a time, so that way if you have any hair left over, you can choose if you want to have longer hair or not for another install. So what I'm doing at this point is I'm hooking the hair onto my crochet hook to pull it out on the opposite side of my braid. Then I open up the hair to wrap 1 leg around twice before I create my knot. So throughout this process, for example, I'm going to show you different knotting techniques that you can use, and each one serves different purposes. So be sure to continue watching so I can break down more tips and techniques so that you can pull off a flawless install. You can also grab both tails and pull them through your knot twice to actually secure it onto your braid pattern as well. Now as you get closer to the side, I'm going to show you how you want to loop your hair so that way it's very undetectable, or as the technique is called, the invisible roots method. So you can choose, like I said, to pull both legs through or 1 leg at a time. So for instance, I'm showing you here how to do your hair when you're at the edges of your braid pattern. So when you pull through, you're going to grab one of your legs, insert it through, and then insert it again so that way you can create your knot. This allows for it to lay very flat on the sides of your head as well as near the areas that it counts, such as your visible part. So I'm just zooming through really quickly to show you the progression of the hairstyle. And also, if you're wondering about my braid pattern is extremely simple. I literally braided the back of my head going zigzag from left to right, and then I braided the hair in front going straight back in cornrows. I braided those cornrows all the way to the end so that way I can loop them through the back of my braid pattern with my crochet hook. So if you want to see an in-depth tutorial on how I do my braid pattern for this look, be sure to let me know in the comments and give me a thumbs up so that I'll make that video for you. So I got half of my head installed, and now we're going to get ready to do the front. So when crocheting the front, you want to make sure that you selectively choose pieces of hair that's just a little smaller. As you notice when you're unraveling your pack of crochet hair, each size of your curl will be slightly bigger or slightly smaller. That's just how it goes. They pretty much look identical to the naked eye, but as you separate the ringlets, you'll see the ones that are just a little bit more smaller. I want you to put the smaller pieces to the side so that you can save them from the front of your hair, because it makes for your install to look very natural. The smaller the hair is at the front, the more natural your style will look. And the bigger the pieces are at the back, the more fuller your hair will look as well. So hair is like an art. You literally have to selectively choose which areas of your head you want to be thicker and thinner to pull off your desired shape and look. As you're near the edge, you're only going to loop 1 tail through twice through your knot, and this technique is called the invisible knot method. I have other tutorials on my channel as well if you want to see other ways to do crochet hairstyles where I'm showing you a bunch of different methods to do so. I always like to put my hook underneath underneath the braid, and then I like to pull the hair through as I begin to knot it. Now some people like to actually hook their hair first and then pull it through the knot, but that's just a little tricky and it's sometimes difficult to see exactly what you're doing, and it's easy to grab other pieces of hair. So I prefer to do this technique when I'm actually doing my crochet braids. So like I said, when you're at the very edge of your braid, you want to make sure that you're only grabbing one tail. This is extremely important, so please do not skip doing this process. As you're doing your crochet braids, the process is actually pretty repetitive, meaning that you're going to continue to do the same steps over and over again, but you're going to slightly change your technique depending on if you're at the front of your hairline or you're at the sides of your head. So be sure to keep that in mind. So now it's time to detail the hairline, and this is one of my most favorite parts of doing this install because this is the most important part you need to make sure that you do. So what I'm doing is I'm separating ringlets of hair from one ringlet that I cut in half, making sure to limit the frizz by pulling what naturally separates, because we're going to make sure to tie this in a lot closer together so that it looks more fuller near your edges. What you're going to do is the same technique by pulling your hair through, but you're going to make sure both legs are actually going through your knot twice before you tighten it up. Now I know I just contradicted myself because I told you before that you want to only insert one leg at a time when forming your knot on the edge, but because these pieces are so small, I highly suggest that you pull both legs through, so that way you limit the amount of times that you're going to have any type of shedding or anything on the edge of your hair, being that the pieces of hair are so tiny. So keep that in mind, and this also helps you to not have any knots along your hairline. So as you can see, we can tell that the hair is getting a lot fuller and looking a lot more natural. So as you can see, all of my hair is installed, and I know I'm looking a little cray-cray. So at this point, I'm just moving my hair around to give me an idea of where I want my fullness to be. So you need to make sure that you pull off the look that you want for your head shape and also the size of hair that you like. So afterwards, I'm just fluffing it all the way around and showing you a quick spin around because we got some fixing up to do with this hair. So at this point, I already trimmed one side. I absolutely love it. And now we got to get on to this other side. As you can tell, the hair is a little bit uneven, so I'm going to clean that up to show you how I shape up my cut. I decided to go for a heart-shaped cut, meaning that the hair at the top is shorter, the hair in the middle is a little longer, and then the hair at the very bottom is actually a lot shorter. So the shortness at the bottom of my hair matches the shortness at the top of my hair, but the middle of my hair has a little more length. That way it kind of comes out heart-shaped, or it comes out more of like a circular look for my hair. Some people call this style the Deva cut or the Diva cut because of the shape of the hair. So I like to leave some of my pieces a little longer than others because I think it makes the style look super natural, and if you agree, be sure to let me know in the comments. Also, if you watched this far, I want to know what your thoughts are on the questions that I pinned at the top of my comment section. So I pinned one question so that we can have our secret conversations as usual. So let me know what your thoughts are on the pinned comment because I would love to know. Now it's time to take care of these edges, honey. So what we're going to do is we're going to use an edge brush and some edge control to whip these edges in shape. Now because my hair is down, I absolutely do not need to do this, but why not do it? Everybody loves some slick edges every once in a while, and even though my hair is actually covering it up for most of the time, I still like the way that it looked when the wind was blowing in my hair when I was out and about because it made my edges just tie in so nicely with this style. So you can choose to style your edges however you like. They can be all natural, or you can use a little bit of styling product, whatever your desires are. So now that my hairstyle is done, as you can see, I am in love. And this style is just so cute and beautiful. Like, it is so sultry and just grown womanish. So if you like these types of styles and you want to see other looks and other ways to do your crochet braids, be sure to leave down your video request down below so that way I can check it out. I want to thank y'all so much for watching my tutorial on this crochet braids with absolutely no leave out. And if you are new here, be sure to subscribe right now to see more affordable beginner-friendly hairstyles on my YouTube channel. And look at that, I had so much hair left over, but as you can see, I actually decided to cut some bangs in the front, and I only used 4 packs of hair. So if you want to see a tutorial on how to actually cut bangs with your crochet style in a way that looks very natural and realistic, then of course you just gotta hit me up so that way I can make that video for you. So as you can tell, you can choose to pull your bangs back if you want, or to the sides. You can choose to do whatever you like. Cutting bangs is extremely simple, so it's very easy for me to do that tutorial for you if you ladies want to see how that looks. So really quick, I'm just doing a spin around to show you the second way that I had chose to style my crochet braids. So my first style, I had a middle part, but for this look I went ahead and cut bangs for my hair. So be sure to stay tuned for my next tutorials. Bye bye.